First album, Whitney Houston, then your second one, Whitney. Now I'm Your Baby Tonight. I had an interview with Tina Turner a couple of months ago. She was promoting her third solo album. She told me it was the hardest one to make and the most important one in her career. Do you feel the same about this third one for you?
I do. I think that I can agree with Miss Turner on that note. That the third album is probably always the hardest because people expect so much, you know, from the third. You know, the first one, you know, it was okay, it was great. You know, the second one, that was pretty good. But now what is she going to do for the third one? You know, I think that it's the expectation level that makes it hard to deal with. You know, you want it to be, you know, accepted by everyone, you know, as the first and second one was. But yeah, it is the most difficult album, I think.
I got the album 2 days ago, so I listened to it perhaps twice. And not in a usual way, you know, just like everybody.
Yes.
What's she doing? Well, I'm Knocking is one of my favorite songs.
Good.
Not only because you co-produced it, but also because you co-produced it so that now you would like me, you know? How far am I wrong if I, let's say, predict that your sixth album will be fully produced by yourself? Because it definitely gives another direction.
Yeah. I don't think that you would be wrong. I don't know if you're right either. We'll have to wait and see if the sixth album is going to be totally produced by me. Producing is a very hard job to take on. Although I know what goes into producing, I've watched it enough to know what producers do. Basically, my albums from first one to the third one, I've had a lot of, can I say, production hand in it. Although the producer usually his job is to get the musicians to record the musicians, to get the sessions together and to arrange some of what the music is going to sound like. That is a very hard position to take. It's like being a director of a film. You have to be there on every aspect of the record. I don't know if the sixth album...
Well, if not producing, perhaps writing it yourself.
Well, maybe some writing will be put into the picture. I don't know. I hate to say that, yeah, by the sixth album I'm going to produce it, or yeah, by the sixth album I'm going to write the whole album. I don't know. I only think God knows that.
No, it's not what you know, yes and no. It's what you hope to do, yes and no.
Well,
what is your ambition, let's say?
Well, what I hope to do is to someday be able to do all those things, produce, sing, write.
Well, you got plenty of time, of course.
Yeah, I think so.
How was it to work together with Stevie Wonder?
Oh, it was the most incredible experience I've had. Stevie is, like I've said all the time, he's just a musical genius, and Stevie knows exactly what he wants, and he has the best ears, I think, in the business. He's articulate when it comes to sounds and what he wants to hear, and he knows voices very well.
Probably better than us.
Yeah, in most cases he does. Stevie has vision beyond vision. He is very much into what he is listening to because, of course, he cannot see. So his hearing is more acute than most of our ears hear, you know. But just to work with the man, to be in the same room with the man, is one of the most incredible things that I think anybody has ever experienced. I'm sure that most people who have been with Stevie would know that. You know, it was one of my favorite sessions to do.
Then you get this sentence, will you sentence me to be your lover for life? Which is, you know, beautiful said. And the song is beautiful. Are you that romantic when you, singing it? Are you really the romantic person behind it?
Oh, yeah.
Without faking?
Without faking it, honey. There is no faking romance. If you're romantic, you are. If you're not, you're not. I am a romantic person. I don't think that I could sing ballads the way that I do or feel them the way that I do unless I did have a side of romance inside of me. I think that everybody loves romance, whether they admit it or not. Everybody loves to be romantic, sure.
What will be the next single? Is that
I
name
don't
is not
know.
Susan?
I think it's Susan or a ballad. I believe we're going to go with Susan.
Is Susan a real person, or is she just
Susan,
imagination?
I'm sure Susan, whoever's Susan is a real person. And
It's a real situation.
It's a real situation. No, I've never been with anybody who has said anybody else's name. Dare not say anyone else's name but mine. No, I've never experienced someone saying me lying in bed with someone and they go, "Oh, Susan." No, it's usually "Oh, Whitney." It's never Susan.
I hope so for you.
Oh yeah.
Do,
Oh
do
yeah.
you think, everybody thinks if you speaks of you, of course, as a great singer, but do you think you can still make progress?
Could you repeat that?
Do you think you can still make progress as a singer?
Oh, absolutely. I think there's always room for growth and improvement.
Technically?
Technically, yeah. Technically, I've got it down.
What's it down? What's to have it down?
Technique.
It will be on the title, of course, but then still I wouldn't know.
No, well, it's more than a notion just to stand up and sing, honey. It's all about coming from here to here to here to here, and it's about control. And I have learned that, I think, pretty well. I had the
That's
master
why I asked
teacher.
you, because I watch you.
Yeah.
I'm a singer too, so I know what you do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm asking myself, can she still make progress?
Oh, sure. The voice will go as far as you allow it to go. My mother's voice to this day is as clear as a bell. And she can hit notes that I've heard nobody else hit. I've heard people like Leontine Price hit the notes that my mother can hit. And I think with age, like wine, becomes better.
A routine question: what kind of music do you listen to, except for, let's say, except for gospel?
Well, that's the music I listen to.
But not like, I don't know,
I
typical,
listen-
up-to-date
I
hip-hop
listen to-
music, stuff like that?
I listen to Anita Baker a lot. I like Anita's sound. I think that she is probably one of the premier voices, distinct voices in the industry. Luther Vandross I listen to often. He's another voice that is distinct. I listen to singers. I very rarely listen to people who cannot sing. I guess maybe it's because I'm a singer myself and I can truly identify. I love other artists. I like some of the stuff that Janet does. Janet Jackson. I love some of the stuff she does. I like Bobby Brown. I like Babyface. I like Pebbles. There are artists that I truly I enjoy listening to, but I'm into certain artists.
Okay, something completely different. 5 years ago, you did your first European television, which by coincidence was in my home village. So my brother was working for the record company at that time, and I was there. And I remember you standing in a corner, very shy, waiting for rehearsal. You didn't know what dress to wear, so you know.
Really?
Now, after 5 years, you have like 4 or 5, you have managers, you got
And I have a lot of dresses.
Beautiful hotel, you got lots
More
of dresses.
yeah.
So, how did you experience this? This is a whole change for you, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, I made a lot more money since 5 years ago. So.
Except for money, let's say.
Yeah. I'm a lot more famous than I was 5 years ago.
You cannot walk in the street.
I can walk in the street. What is this, concept of we cannot do? We can do.
Where I come from, it's very small. Flanders
really?
is very small. It's 4 million people. You can once on television. Everybody knows you. You walk on the street. They say, "Hey, there he goes."
Yeah.
And it's not.
Well, that's inevitable. That happens to me everywhere I go, whether it's a small town or a big town. When you are popular, that is what happens. You get recognized everywhere you go. That is, I can't help that. That is something that happens to anybody who is popular.
I know you can't help it, but how do you respond to it? It's a whole change, of course.
I respond to it like it's admirable. I mean, people admire you for what you do. It's a very nice thing. I mean, you wouldn't want to walk around and have a big record and nobody know who you are.
Of course
I mean,
not.
that's meaningless. That's not what popularity is. I can go to the mall. I can walk the streets when I want to by myself, when I choose to. There are some days when I don't. You know, I pretty much know the days that I can and when I can't. It's an instinct thing. But I don't have bodyguards around me 24/7. No, I don't. I don't need. I'm kind of a entertainer. I don't really have to have a lot of attention. You know, and I don't. I get enough of attention. You know, I sometimes like to go off by myself because I like the freedom of knowing that I can, and it's a healthy thing to still remain a person, you know.
Do you feel free on stage when you perform?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Even though a complete show is programmed, I suppose?
Well, now what you were talking about programs, my show is programmed to a certain degree, but I'm a very spontaneous singer. I don't do the same thing every night, meaning I don't sing the same song the same way every night. I feel differently sometimes about certain things, and sometimes it affects me differently. Sometimes I'll say, let's do so-and-so, let's do this song, let's do that song. I am not a programmed singer. You know, I come from church, we're not programmed. We are what we feel, you know, what we feel inside, and usually that's what we do.
This is a stupid question. I started singing in church. My parents are good singers.
Oh, really?
So yours too, right?
One of my parents.
One of your parents, your mother.
Oh, yes.
Oh, your daddy not?
My father
Okay.
can't sing a lick.
Oh, that's too bad. There goes my question. Anyway, how come you're the famous one?
I don't know, God, how come I'm the famous one?
Okay, God, how
yeah.
come she's the famous? No, I mean, are you just were lucky, or?
No, I wasn't luck, honey. Luck has nothing to do with this one. This is just something that was preordained. I have nothing at all to do with why I have a voice and why I was chosen to do this part. All I know is that I did choose. When I decided to do this, I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a singer. I want to be a professional singer. This is what I'm going to do as my livelihood. This is how I'm going to do it. And I had the best teacher in the world, my mother. I had a mother who could sing, a mother who knew the business, a mother who could write, a mother who could produce, and a mother who could teach me everything that I needed to know. And I listened to her. I wasn't ignorant and I wasn't rebellious or defiant. I knew that she knew what she was talking about, and I believed in what she said.
That's the difference.
Yes.
I didn't listen to my mother.
You didn't listen.
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess that's why you're interviewing now.
Suppose that, yeah, that's right. Suppose that you're not as good looking as you are right now, and you couldn't sing that well.
Yeah.
Well, who would Whitney Houston be?
Honey, I don't know that. I mean, that's
Is there
that's
nothing
if.
else except singing that you would
For me right
like
now,
to do?
there is. I mean, I am a singer. That's what I do. I have, I at one point in my life when I was a kid, I wanted to be a teacher. You know, I wanted to teach children. I wanted to teach children in school. I wanted to be a school teacher, or I wanted to be a veterinarian. These were the things that I wanted to do, but once I opened my mouth, something said, no, I don't think that you're going to be a teacher, and I don't think that you're going to be a vet. I think you're going to be a singer. And I went for it, you know. And yet, I can still do the same things. I can teach, and I can take care of animals, you know, which I do. You know, so, you know, in my world, anything goes. I can do what I want.
What are the small things in life you really like? Like, I mean, like taking a shower, stuff like that.
I love taking baths. I don't like to take showers. I mean, I do take showers, of course, but I love long-lasting, peaceful,
well, that, you know, that
quiet
was just an example.
baths. Yeah, I like baths. Those are the little things in life I like. I like to have my nieces and nephews around because they bring me so much joy. I like to see them grow. I like to hear them talk. I have really very, very wonderful conversations with my nieces and nephews because they are amazing to me. You know, the things they come up with in their minds, it just freaks me out, you know. Those are small things that the simple things I like in life.
My sister wanted me to ask you whether you sport to keep your figure or whether you just refuse to eat. Or something like that. I mean, do you do something special? That's what.
I refuse to eat. No, I don't really do anything actually. I have the kind of metabolism that works very fast, and as a matter of fact, I have to concentrate on keeping weight on me than taking it off. I have just recently gotten into toning the body, keeping the body toned, because it gives you a lot more stamina. You know, but I don't really have a diet or a plan. I have a nutritionist, you know, who makes sure I get the food groups, all the vegetables and the things that I need, and I take my vitamins and things like that. But no, you can tell your sister, no, I don't do any sports or
I'll
anything
tell
like
her.
that. I swim. I do swim.
Oh,
Very good swimmer.
congratulations. Do
Thank
you
you.
sing in church? Still singing in church?
When I go, I do.
I mean, because you like it, because you, I don't know.
No, because God says if I don't, I'm going to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I do.
I think that's a beautiful end for this interview.
Of course, I love to sing in church. I mean, it's something I've always loved to do. There was a point in time in my life where it was a family tradition. We had to go to church. It was mandatory. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But as I got older, my brothers went to school, went off to college. I stayed in church because I loved it. I mean, and in my church, we had bass, guitar, drums, piano, organ, tambourine. We jammed. It wasn't like, it was time to praise God. And we praised him by making a joyful noise. That meant it could be loud. It was just joyful. It was to make a joyful noise. And that's what we did. And that's what I loved about going to church. And all the young people loved coming to church. After a while, it became a thing of, we got to go to church. Church is on Sunday. We got to be there, I went to church Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that's because I
wonder
loved
how
it.
you learned how to swim. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Indeed.
Thank you.